Today's topic is all the benefits to investing long distance.
Woo! The benefits. I'm excited. Why does everyone try to buy outside of LA? Let's talk about it.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Well,
Well, I think unless we're talking about LA, New York, San Francisco, a lot of the times it's way more affordable. And when I say way more affordable, I mean way more affordable. I mean, look at us in Ohio. Way more affordable.
yeah, we're buying apartment buildings for $500,000. Like
Entire apartment buildings.
not half of them, the whole thing.
Not one unit.
Not a share in them, like not a fraction of like the interest of it, like all of it.
The whole thing.
Or like
With the land.
Yeah, or a previous podcast, if you missed it, I talked about a triplex that we're buying. We bought for $99,000, and it was a triplex plus a garage, so there was 4 tenants.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$99,000, you guys, not million.
So I think that's the biggest benefit. A lot of people feel, at least here in LA, that they can't afford to be an investor.
Which isn't true. There's some
Right.
tricks to it, but you gotta like start the conversation. But
Right. So going long distance makes sense.
And for a lot of people, we're transplants. So there's
Absolutely.
something else that has our heart as well as LA. So it makes it easier because whether you're from here and you travel and you love different places, or you're from somewhere else and you live here, there's somewhere else, you know?
Mhm. Well, we have investments in your hometown, and I have investments in my hometown.
Yeah.
So it just makes sense.
I agree.
Yeah.
But the most important one, I think, is they have way higher cap rates.
Way higher cap rates.
So I can just say, for example, in Cleveland, the average cap rate is probably between like 7 and 10%. We are not buying for 7 and 10%. Although, if you tell someone from California that invests in the housing market that they will get 7 and 10%,
I'll take it.
they will, whatever they have to do to get it, they want those cap rates because we get about half, if that, of those cap rates.
Well, we've got
2 to
investors.
4+%.
Yeah, we've got investors right now that they're not happy with the 2.5, or even 3% here.
Yeah.
And so they're going elsewhere.
Yeah. So, but what we're getting, if you keep listening to us, you end up following our stuff. We're putting together some investor info. Is our cap rates probably average between 20 and 24%.
That's insane. Like, insane.
It's amazing. We have some strategies that have got us there. We get some off markets that we found. We'll keep sharing those gems and those tricks so you guys can try to find those deals too.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually at a later date, we will definitely be having investment opportunities for everyone listening. If you don't know where to begin and you want to put some money in, but we're not there yet. So
Soon.
we're just making sure that we learn all of our costly mistakes with our money before we bring anyone else's in.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure you'd appreciate.
We don't want people mad at us.
But yeah, the more affordable markets and the higher cap rates obviously make you have the capability of scaling much faster. So where here, some people can maybe buy 1 or 2 investment properties, and other places they can buy 10.
Or 20, depending.
Yeah, it just depends on what the plan of action and the strategy and the type of properties that they are.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Another benefit to long distance is hands off.
For some of us.
Totally hands off. If you've got the right real estate team, the right property management, and they should have all the resources, all the knowledge, and the experience, they can do it all for you. Now, I have both. So I have investments. One, I don't have a property manager. I actually manage myself. And then
I never hear about it though, so please tell me what you do
Okay.
how bad the management is.
so it's not that it's bad management.
No, like how hard the management is. Or hands-on.
Okay. So I got lucky the first 10 years, 8 or 10 years, where I had a tenant who was a handyman. So the conversations and the text messages and the emails were, hey, this is falling down. Hey, we need this. I'm thinking about doing this to the basement, different things like that. So I got very lucky. That tenant
Sounds nice.
That tenant has since moved on. And so it's me now. And so far this year, I've replaced 2 refrigerators and a dryer.
That actually sounds nice too.
That's not bad. But here's the funny thing. So this is why we say learn from our mistakes. So we're busy, we're scaling, we're doing all these different things. I quickly ordered a dryer to be delivered because we needed a new dryer. I went on a major website. They picked up the old dryer and took it away. So 2 quick things. I forgot to click install the dryer. And then I didn't really look to see if it was a gas dryer or an electric dryer. So that actually cost me because I ordered the electric dryer, but it was actually a gas dryer. So then the electrician had to come out and install a new plug so that we could use the electric dryer and not the gas dryer.
Why not just return the dryer?
I tried. The big box store, I will not say any names, the big box store would not take it back.
I was like, that sounds crazy.
Yeah. So it was
Okay.
just quicker and faster to just have the electric dryer. But so learning from our mistakes, if I had a property manager there, they would have taken care of all that for
Yeah.
me.
See?
So
But on the flip side, mind you, Anne-Marie is a partner in these investments I'm about to talk about. I'm completely hands-on with all of them.
which you should have.
I have, yesterday one of our tenants called me and emailed me, and they call me all the time. I don't mind it. We're still figuring out systems. Our property manager is amazing, but she's new. It's a new territory for her. So as we establish better processes and systems and, really solidify our mission, I think at the beginning of these investments, a lot of crazy things happened, like pipe bursts and cockroaches and dust on the property. And they froze. And so there's a lot of frustrations. And I think that now our team is like taking a step back and saying our mission is to be better landlords. Like our whole mission in Cleveland is from one Clevelander to the next, we're changing the way that you rent. And I think the frustrations of all of the things hitting us at once and getting yelled at and like being demonized by our tenants, by some of them, like kind of shifted how I looked at being a landlord. And I had to come back from that because that is not the experience that I want to have. So I'm okay with having the hands-on experience. It's taught me a lot. It just taught me a lot. I'll just leave it there.
It's taught me a lot, and I'm not boots on ground.
I
You're the
debrief
one.
her on everything. I'm
Yeah.
like, here's what's going on, girlfriend. So you're welcome. I'll take care of it for you. I get to go visit my family.
Well, the next state we go into, I'll be more hands-on so that you can relax a little.
I don't mind. I think it will be easier the next one because we're learning everything with the first one,
Yeah. Again, our mistakes, your blueprints.
For sure. But when I say I love it too, because like while I'm in the trenches doing these things, I get to visit my family. That brings us to another point. Anne-Marie, your favorite, you get to write off travel.
Yes. Yeah. So obviously my 2 out-of-state investment properties are places that I'd like to live, to visit. Like in Florida, my parents passed there, and so I get to go visit their graves, and I went to college down there, and all my best friends from college are still down there.
Yeah.
So I get to go and visit the property, check it out, make sure that things are being done correctly, but I also get to visit with them. And the same thing with my Massachusetts property. It's in Boston, and Boston is where I grew up, and it's my, a close spot in my heart, and it's just a great city. So I get to go visit there, and that becomes a tax write-off too. So,
and that's actually one of the biggest reasons that we started investing in Cleveland. My passion is my family and my chosen family, aka my friends, and all my memories, and what the city that made me everything I am today is there. And my kids are totally LA children. And so I was like, how can I make, instead of going to Cleveland and spending so much money every time I visit, how can I make Cleveland make me money so I can go there more often? And the goal is this year to buy a second home there so my kids can kind of step away from the city, have some humble experiences, and really
hang out with their family.
Spend time with family, run around in the mud naked, pick up those really weird crawly bugs.
The roly-polies?
The roly-polies, yes.
We have them here.
We do?
Yes.
I've never seen them here.
But do you guys have fireflies?
We do.
I miss fireflies.
I used to make firefly. This is terrible now.
Oh, gosh.
Please, I'm so sorry if you're an animal activist. I was a child. I didn't know any better. We used to make little bracelets with the fireflies. Like the little glow part.
I'm speechless right now.
I'm sorry.
Okay, we skipped one.
But the point was, it's exciting because you get to travel and you get to write it off. So if you are spending a lot of time somewhere and it's costing you a lot of money, let's turn that into from a liability to an asset standpoint and let it make you money and have write-offs.
And then the last thing
is diversify, which is my favorite.
Yeah.
We started, I'll just use because that's our shared experience. Mm-hmm. We started, with 2 to 4 units, multifamilies, very easy to enter in, and very quickly apartment buildings, even office spaces have been presented to us. And so because you're in a different location and most likely it is, a much more affordable market, you have the option to not just scale faster, but to diversify. And you might be able to enter into some markets like maybe commercial spaces or retail spaces, apartment buildings where you wouldn't have been able to do it if you're here in Los Angeles. Mm-hmm.
But also diversify in different locations. So let's say something happens, wherever you are. To the Cleveland market, right? Yeah. If you're in Cleveland and you're in Boston and you're in Florida and you're in Texas, wherever. Yeah. It's almost like if you're going to buy a single family home or a duplex.
Yeah, you have protection.
You protect yourself.
Yeah. So it's super exciting stuff, guys. It's benefits to long-term investments. If it's something that you're considering, you have some questions, reach out to us. We'd love to answer them for you. There's tons and tons and tons of benefits, but we wanted to pick the ones that were nearest and dearest to our heart because we learned that we are talking too long on our podcast. So we're trying to keep it short and sweet into the 15 minutes. So please subscribe, come check us out. Let us know what you'd love to hear. We'd love to bring you value. And until next time, our beautiful people, namaste.